Welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Monday, January 18th. I'm Rick Boyer, the pastor of Prospect Presbyterian Church in Maplewood, New Jersey. And Take a Break, Take a Breath is an invitation for you to pause in all of the activity of the day and to be still so that you can center yourself in God who made you and loves you and calls you by name. Each time we come together, I have been lifting up a different psalm, and today we are on Psalm 125. Psalm 125 is a song of ascent, the songs that we sing or that were sung as they walked and made their pilgrimages to Jerusalem. This particular one is a call for help, a plea for help, and it focuses on Jerusalem and sees the mountains all around Jerusalem as reminding them that they are surrounded and cared for by God. Even though there seems like there is a lot of evil in the world and a lot of things not going well, they are still surrounded and loved by God. And so don't be tempted by the evildoers. There's some tricky things in this one, in particular, the idea that the land allotted refers to the land that was given to the people of Israel. And in this particular psalm, it reflects the time probably in exile when the land was occupied by other people, and those other people would tempt the people of God to wrongdoings. And we certainly can identify with that as we think about living in our times, and there are so many things that can tempt us away from the way of God and the way of peace in the world. At the very end, to pray for peace or peace be upon Israel is to wish and desire that God's reign would come, and God's reign brings peace. The verse that I chose to focus on is that one in the middle, verse 3. For the scepter of wickedness shall not rest on the land allotted to the righteous, so that the righteous might not stretch out their hands and do wrong. What that's saying is, don't allow the dominant or most popular things tempt us to do wrong. Remember that it is God who surrounds us, and God who loves us, and God who calls us by name. So with all of that in mind, find a quiet place in your house and close the door if the room has a door, and settle into a comfortable chair and feel the comfort of that chair. Take a moment just to feel the comfort and relaxation that comes from sitting in that chair. And then close your eyes and take a deep breath. And as you breathe in the breath of God. And as you breathe out all that separates you from God. And as you breathe in the breath of life. As you breathe out all that does not give you life. As you breathe in the good air. And as you breathe out all that stale, negative air. As you breathe in God's peace. And as you breathe out all of your worries and anxieties and fears. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply. And allow God's peace to spread across your body and in the room where you are. Imagine that the peace comes like water running down over your head. As it flows over your head, the peace of God comes to your mind and calms your mind. And as the peace of God flows over your face, it brings relaxation to the muscles in your face and your jaw. And as it flows down over your neck, the muscles in your neck are relaxed, and you can feel the tensions in your head being calmed. Those muscles go up into our head and give us tension headaches sometimes. As it flows down your shoulders and your arms and your hands open up, and the peace of God brings relaxation to the muscles in your shoulders and your arms. It drips off the end of your fingertips. Peace of God flows down over your chest, and as it does so, your breathing remains deep and calm and relaxed and refreshing. And your heart rate comes to a slow and calm rate, a restful rate. As it flows down over your belly, your stomach relaxes. If there have been jitters, they are calmed. If there has been indigestion, it is eased. As it flows down your back, it relaxes all the muscles in your back, and all of the pains that are in your back are eased. As it flows down over your hips and your thighs and your calves and your feet, all of those muscles relax. And you know that you are surrounded and immersed in the peace of God. It is life-giving and calming and renewing. In your mind's eye, imagine yourself as a young child. And you're on a couch with a person that you dearly love and trust. It is a representation of God. God's arm is around you. And this representation of God invites you to lay your head in the lap. And you turn so you can look up at the face of this person. They stroke your hair. And they say, "Tell me about your day. How are things going?" And the two of you are able to talk for a while. It's also calm and peaceful and relaxed for you. I'll be quiet while the two of you talk. And then the time comes for the conversation to end. And so you finish it. you lift your head off the person's lap. And you say goodbye in whatever way is appropriate. And you let that image begin to fade away. And you bring yourself back to the room where you are. And when you're ready, you open your eyes. Well, that's Take a Break, Take a Breath for Monday, January 18th. If you have feedback for me, or you want to talk or pray, send an email to rick@prospectchurch.org.